Now our GMA cover story, the risk for serious illness in children as a result of the coronavirus remains low, but some children's hospitals are reporting an uptick in patients. We've seen Janae there in New Orleans. Well, this as thousands of students head back to school in major cities. Joining us now, Dr. Richard Besser, our dear friend and president of the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation, former acting director of the CDC. All right, Rich, always appreciate your insight and perspective. What do you tell parents who are going to send their children back to school and their children are under the age of 12 and therefore cannot be vaccinated?
Yeah, Robin, you know, the first thing you tell them, it's a wonderful thing that kids are getting back to school. It's so important for their learning, but also their emotional and physical health. And you can also say that we've learned a lot over the past year. You know, over the past year, what we've seen is the rates of transmission in the school are far lower than in the community. But there are a number of things to do. The first is recognize that masks will help. And so you're going to see in school a number of things. Wearing masks for everybody in schools, keeping desks apart 3 feet, that can be very helpful. You're going to see a lot of schools have developed testing and screening protocols, so screening staff and teachers and students who are unvaccinated to see if they're carrying COVID. A lot of schools have improved ventilation. So for some, it's opening windows. For others, they put in air filters. And then the most important thing that you can do for your kids is make sure you're vaccinated. And if your kids are 12 or older, make sure they're vaccinated, because that will protect everyone who is not vaccinated.
And Rich, what do you say to parents whose kids go to schools where there isn't a mask mandate?
Well, what you say is, there are a number of states that have said, no, you can't put in a mandate, but that doesn't mean you can't send your child to school with a mask. And I would encourage every parent to do that. Even if it's not required, it will provide some protection for your children, and it will provide protection for those in school who may have greater risks for severe infection.
And Dr. Besser, for those kids 12 and older who can get the vaccine, they go to school, that you would certainly say they're going to be safer and better off and better protected?
Yeah, you know, the older you are, the greater the risk is for more severe infection. So I would really encourage every parent, get your questions answered. I think it's really important for children 12 and older to get vaccinated. The more kids who get vaccinated in that age group, the more we can see middle schools and high schools having a more normal experience for their kids. It's not going to be normal this fall, but the more kids who are vaccinated, the less disease transmission there'll be, the less times that school's going to have to close down.
How about young adults, those that are heading back to college? What are the risk factors there?
Yeah, it's a challenging age group. Their kids are off on their own. I do favor mandates for colleges and universities. A lot of schools are requiring vaccination to be on campus. If you do that, if you require that, then you can have people walking around campus without masks, except when they're indoors. Right now, while Delta is widely spreading, the recommendation is for indoors where there's a lot of people, put those masks on.
We hear you. All right, Rich, as always, thank you so much. Take care. Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.